Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another Shamayim Podcast. My name is Carolina, and today I'm going to talk about the new earth. So, as you know, we have been dealing with this old conditionings, with these old vibrations that are still in this earth and that are still still shared amongst the old mentalities, right? But today I wanted to bring this spirit, this hope, this truth to everyone, and talk about the new earth. And this new earth is not really new as we know it, because we have been seeing it and expecting it, loving it, hoping for it, putting the necessary efforts and actions in order for it to appear. And this new earth is really not new because it was within us already, right? Just like love was always here, just like our good intentions were always here. And it is really time to put down the old conditionings, this history we all share, and see it crumbling, and see it dismantling, to honestly to give space to what was already here since the beginnings, which is love. This new earth is not really something we need to give birth to. It's a world that was already beneath our own hearts, and that's the message I wanted to bring, because as you all know, we go through things and go through illusions and all of this. And we are openly feel them. Some of us are openly sharing them and showing them, to say, hey, look, there's days where you don't feel good. There's days where you might feel you're not on top of the world, and that's okay. But we need to go through them. We need to embrace all the complexities of a human being, right? In order to then see where we are heading to what is the new earth, right? And I write it most of the things, and so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading them, because it was too much information and it's too complex, so to say, in order to just channel it. So yeah. Here it is, my message. So many of us are being baptized again, and I'm going to talk about not so much Jesus but Christ, because we know there's difference, right? Because Jesus was a person, very cool, very avant-garde, very courageous person. But the Christ energy is something we all share, something we all can rise up to, something we all can achieve. And thank you, Jesus, for that. No matter what religion you are, we all feel the energy. We all put together these pieces of the puzzle that are in every nation, in every country, in every continent, and putting it together to form the earth, to form the message of the light of the earth. And that's a beautiful thing. So like I'm going to talk about in a Christian way, but please translate it as you want. We are all one. The masters are all one. And so we should follow their example, right? So many of us are being baptized again with the Christ energy, because He is the bringer of the new message, of the new heaven, of the new beginnings, of a blank slate. You know, He's the one that erased all karma of the past lives. He's the one that controlled the world, and controlled not in a sense of, not in a negative sense, right? But the one who was able to feel all of those complexities, all of those densities, all of those disappointments, right? And He still could walk above the waters, right? And so, for this work that Jesus did, the Christ energy was created. And what is the Christ energy? It's a blank slate. It's an open cup. It's the openness, right? Because many hearts will cry when he appears, because it just flows, right? It's the most open energy to the divine. And so we are getting baptized, right? And baptized is not only with, it's mostly with water. Again, the emotions, the healing, right? The transmutation of the energy, of the emotion. Because what is emotion? It's energy in motion, right? And if we don't have the energy, we don't have the motion. And if we have the motion without the energy, it's pointless. So within Christ's energy, we have this combining of energy and motion, which creates emotion, which creates a path, which creates an action, which creates Christ's energy is the lamp waiting to be filled with energy, to bring out emotion in it. And so we are being baptized in the sense of healing what was here, to bring something new, to bring something better, to bring a new earth to this planet. And this new energy needs to be grounded. And I'm specifically talking about Christ, because in my particular experience of working with the Master, he's the most grounded being I ever felt. You know, you need to be extremely grounded, right? Because to the ones that follow me, you know, I tend to dance with the serpent, and that's cool. Like, everything we do is cool, okay? There is no judgment in this land. There is no conditionings and this earth, this new energy. But to be absolutely grounded is essential, because we can fly, we can have dreams, we can have goals, we can have expectations for our future. But if we don't put it in the 3D, if we don't ground it, if we don't show them into the earth, right? If we don't do that work of bringing the shovel, right? And taking off the earth and the roots and whatever, to then plant the good seeds, right? Things just end up being dreams and goals, seeds, right? And don't get me wrong, I love imagination. I could live in imagination forever. But the work is really to bring them down, right? To not make them a fantasy, but a way of living. To not make our goals and dreams and our our wantings just be in imagination. We wanna build them as a lifestyle, right? So I'm really feeling that most of us are being cleaned, our pasts, the way we see things, the way our personality works, is being cleaned in order to create this open space, in order to create this blank state, in order to create, space for new things to come in, for new things to be planted, for a new heaven to show up. And and as you know, this new earth is no longer such a distant dream. It was for the past decades. It was kind of a dream, right? But this new earth that is emerging within all of us is really a wish of the heart of this Aquarius season, right? We all know that Aquarius season is about unities, right? It's about we all coming together in this aquarium full of fishes that want to be together, that want to share our souls with one another, that want to bring up something of value from our heart to heart interactions, right? And I made a video before about 2024 in which I explained kind of as waves that come and go through the decades. And we reached this special year of the 2024 being the two of the 20, the two being all about relationships, and the 4 being all about the heart, which means that we are coming together, all of us, because like, and I mentioned this before in other episodes, because like there was no, it wasn't, but it wasn't, okay, I shared with somebody, but it was like, you know, in the 60s were all like crazy about space explorations and all of this. We had like the Jetsons, and we had, you know, we had all of these ideas of flying cars, and we had Back to the Future. I don't know, it's just things that are coming, and none of that happened. And it's clear because the sex is the third eye, right? So like in the 60s, we were seeing the future, but that future didn't come up. And in this century, we were expecting flying cars and all of this. But what happened was the communication era, right? Where we have internet now. Come on, like it's the biggest gift we could possibly had received, because now we can come back together. And that's my vision for the new earth, is that before our soul families were scattered across the globe, right? And those families are now able to come together because we are traveling, because we have internet, because we are sharing news, we are, you know, we are communicating in a way that can bring not only the karmic bonds that we have among our families and among our own communities, right, physical communities, but we are able to bring those soul family ties back together, right? And maybe I'm gonna do another videos about this, because we are also being able to heal the karma of the world. Like, imagine if you were in a war in, I don't know where, but like imagine if you were in a war the other side of the globe where you live, right? And we hold karma there. Now we are able to travel there. We don't know what we are doing, right? Maybe we are going to work, maybe we are going just for a vacation, maybe we met somebody there and we want to create a family with them, whatever. And we are able to go to those places where our soul has been before, right? Where it creates karma, where it creates a tide, a soul tide there. And we are able to go there physically to clean that karma, to have another experience, a different experience, right? To transmutate things that are maybe totally unconscious for some of us, right? But the soul knows, the spirit knows. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to be alive, right? Because we have freedom. We finally have freedom, and we can move forward, and we can meet one another, and we can share knowledge, you know, that the previous generations could never possibly get into contact with. That's why things are accelerating. That's why we can learn things so fast. That's why we can grow, and we can heal our soul history, so to say, our soul imprints, right, in a faster way. And this gets me really excited. And that is why we are now able to love one another unconditionally, right? Because we are open this healing space to flourish. As can I end my video here? gonna do a part 2 because it's growing. And so stay tuned for the part 2. Till then, you know how much I love you guys. Thank you so much for being there. I'll see you soon.